Our society is very obsessed with the six-pack on the male physique. Even I used to be really obsessed with getting a six-pack. But let me just say this. If you want to look huge, if you want to look buff, your abs are essentially a non-factor. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't train them, just that they shouldn't be the priority of your training or anywhere close. Having a nice six-pack looks good, but focusing too much on your abs is going to be counterproductive if you want to get bigger and stronger. The truth is that having a nice six-pack doesn't affect the general look of your physique. Most of the time, you're going to be wearing a shirt. And even if you aren't wearing a shirt, like if you're at the beach or something, are you going to be constantly flexing your abs? No, you won't. However, a six-pack is still important to most guys, so that gives them two goals. They want to look big, and they want to have a nice six-pack. For the most part, these are going to be two mutually exclusive goals. You can't have them both at the same time. You get this goal by gaining weight, and you get this goal by losing weight. You've probably heard of the saying, abs are built in the kitchen. It's true. The best way to show off your six-pack is by dieting and losing enough fat to where they poke through. Of course, you can also train your abs and make them bigger, but even then, you still have to be pretty lean for them to show. And for this side of the equation, if you want to look big, you have to actually be bigger. This means you need to gain weight. There's no such thing as a big 150-pound dude. It doesn't exist unless you're really short. If I assume you're around average height, you need to be getting into the 180s, the 190s, 200 pounds, maybe even higher, just to look like you lift, if you want that big presence. Once I got to 180, 190 pounds, people that I would meet at parties and stuff, they would just assume that I lifted weights. And it's a good feeling, especially if you're putting all this work in. But here's the thing. If you're bulking, you're going to gain muscle, but you're also going to gain fat. Your six-pack will slowly disappear. It doesn't matter how optimal your program is. But this is a non-issue because you'll look bigger, stronger, fill out a shirt, guns hugging the sleeves, and you can always cut down later to reveal your abs. Having these two conflicting goals leads to ab anxiety, which is a term I first heard from Revival Fitness. Ab anxiety is an unhealthy obsession with your six-pack and leanness, which stalls your progress in the gym. It's usually developed by watching these fake natties and fitness influencers that try to convince you to stay shredded.
If you can't see your abs, then you're fat.
People that have ab anxiety are in a dilemma. They can't gain weight, or else they might lose their precious six-pack, and they can't stay lean, or else they'll just look small forever. The solution to this dilemma is to forget about your six-pack, at least in the short term, gain weight, and build a foundation of muscle on your physique. This is how you create the biggest visual change. Because also, your strength in the gym is highly correlated with your body weight. Do you want to bench 2 plates, squat 3 plates, deadlift 4? You'll probably have to gain 5, 10, 15 pounds in order to get these numbers in the gym. Some lifters think that if they bulk, they'll turn into a fat slob. This is so wrong, it's not even funny. If you're a regular dude with a regular appetite and you gain half a pound a week over months and years, you will definitely not become fat. You will only look better. This is a picture of me back in 2018 when I had ab anxiety. I didn't want to bulk. I didn't want to lose the abs that I already had, even though I was skinny as hell. But eventually, I let go of this mindset and I slowly started to gain weight. This is me again in 2022 when I weighed 200 pounds. I actually had a decent amount of muscle and looked pretty big. People would often compliment my physique in regular conditions with a t-shirt on. I finally looked buff. So what can you do if you actually want to look big? Firstly, forget about your abs for now. Next, gain weight. And thirdly, train the big movers of the body. By focusing most of your effort on the large muscle groups, you will get the biggest visual change. Train the chest, shoulders, upper back, and legs extremely hard. These make up the frame of your physique. Use the big compound movements and get a little bit stronger every week, but also sprinkle in some isolation exercises. Don't neglect your arms, your calves, your rear delts, and your abs. If you like this video, check out my beginner's guide to getting jacked, or you might like this video over here.